Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I haven't really been posting videos. Life has been very crazy for me, and I bet for a lot of you it's been crazy. But I'm back to posting videos, and in today's video, I'm going to build a bike rack. I have a lot of bikes and they just kind of lay on top of each other or just all over the place. This idea for the bike rack comes from Ray's Indoor Mountain Bike Park. So I'm going to put it together, but just a slight disclaimer, I'm not really good at building things, so bear with me, and I'm just going to go through the steps and trying to get this together. Trying to get this heavy dryer up the stairs by myself was a little challenging. A couple of times I slipped, and later you can see I almost went down the stairs. Yeah, probably next time I drag a dryer or heavy object up the stairs, I'm going to have somebody help me. Or at least get a proper dolly. Before we get into the building of the bike rack, here's the reference picture I'm using to build the whole bike rack. I didn't measure any of this out, and I'm just going on this picture, so hopefully it goes well. The first part of this project, I need to determine how long the trays have to be for my bikes. So I took my longest wheelbase bike, put it on a marked up tray, and just kind of see what it looks like. I also wanted the tray a little bigger, so if I got a bigger wheelbase bike, it would fit on there without having to make another one. So this isn't exact science, it's just kind of figuring out what looks best for me. Now that I have the measurements for the trays, I need to cut up all this wood to get them ready for assembly. And now time to fast forward through this long process. Now that I have all the wood cut out, I'm going to start assembling the trays. I'm only going to assemble 5 trays. If in the future I wanted to expand the bike rack, I can easily add more trays or extend the bike rack to fit more bikes. I don't know how I forgot this, but I didn't notch out one of the ends of the trays. Without notching out the end of the trays, it becomes really hard to attach the uprights to the tray. So I'm going to notch it out and get it right this time. So in the future, if you're working on this project or you're following along, notch out the trays before you try to assemble. Now that I notched out one of the ends of the trays, I need to attach the uprights. Before I do that, I have to determine how tall I need the uprights. So to figure that out, all I did is put my trail bike on, which has the largest tire, which is a 27.5 tire. And then I measured about middle of the tire, and then cut the lumber from there. Now that I have the upright height determined, I can finish assembling the trays. To figure out the angle for the upright support, I laid a 2x4 across the upright and the base of the tray. Then I took a marker and marked the angle where the 2x4 touched the base of the tray and the upright. This is not exact science. However, I'm not using exact measurements and angles for all this bike tray, and I think this will actually work. If I have to adjust it, you will see. Now that I have the upright support measured and cut, I'm going to attach the upright support to the base of the tray to the upright. This will give it a lot more strength. Now that I have all the trays assembled, I want to determine how far apart I want to have the trays on the base. So I'm going to lay them out and mark it up before I put the base together. One thing I like about these bike rack trays, they don't need a lot of support. They hold bikes up very well. As you can see, my bikes are just sitting on the floor on the trays with them not moving or wobbling at all. I'm going to build a base so I can have storage underneath the bike rack. But if you want to simplify this project, all you have to do is mount this to a wall or to the concrete. Just a little extra stability so that they don't fall over when you're moving them in and out. For my project, I'm creating a base. This base will lift up the trays off the floor and create storage underneath the bikes and the bike trays. This will also utilize the space I have in my bike room. This will also enhance me being able to store more stuff in my bike room and possibly getting more bikes in. Just don't tell the wife. For my base, I'm cutting the top and bottom plate to 7 feet long. The middle supports are going to be 12 inches. This will allow me to get storage tubs underneath the bike rack. I want to use storage tubs because if I put the bikes away wet or muddy, I don't have to worry about whatever's underneath the bike rack getting damaged or ruined. So the tubs will protect them. And also they will stack a lot better underneath there. When I originally spaced out the bike trays, I thought I would be spacing them out approximately 10 inches apart. I thought this would give me plenty of space to move the bikes in and out without getting caught on anything. However, by putting the end trays onto the bike base, I realized that I can use more space here and spread out the bikes more. So I went with approximately 15 inches between trays. This is a little bit more room than I need. However, if I want to expand and add another tray, I have a lot more room to add a tray without worrying about rebuilding the base or adding onto the base. I hope you enjoyed my first build video. As I said before, I'm no carpenter. A lot of things I just played by ear, and I had no plans to go by. I just used the pictures I took from Ray's and built the project and bike rack from there. I know there's a lot of people with better skills or will nitpick and say I should have done this or you should have done that, or even improved on the design that I had or the idea that Ray's created. But for me, this is a really good project. I hope you liked the video, and if you do, give me a thumbs up. Also, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification so you know when I get my next video out. And as always, keep trying to find MTB Zen.